back to Haut Beyleron. Still are not able to get that out. We still have to come and collect this little bit from over here. We're kind of a little bit all over the place. Actually, we're gonna have to grab you from the middle here and do it this way. Oh, don't walk all over the eggs and everything else, hey? Okay. So, how is our food for our chickens doing? Still have food. We will need to... What happened here that we have some weeds? Fertilized. Okay, so we need to fertilize and spray for weeds. This is where the dilemma is, that now I have only big tractors. Herbicide, it is beautiful. Now I don't like using herbicide because I haven't tested it to see if that's true or not, but I heard that herbicide causes you to lose 10% of your product. So we're only going to use it where we need to, that's for sure. See, what we're going to have to do is start using plows all the time, because I've been told that if you use a plow you don't have problems with the weeds. Now since it's 2022 and yeah, happy new year. Hopefully you enjoyed your crossing over into 2022, and yeah, I pray that everything is well with you, and yeah, God bless you into the new year. I didn't realize that we had so many weeds, so we're just gonna let the worker do. I assumed that I only had that tiny little bit of weeds. Okay, so he's gonna not want to spray for us. Okay, so we do need to fertilize as well, which we will. Water we've put into our greenhouses on our last episode. I'm 100% sure of that. Yep. So we don't need to stress on that. We'll wait for our other tractor to arrive and we'll put him on fertilizer. While we do that, I will get our big beast over here and go and get our plow. I hope I bought the really big plow. I hope I don't still have the little plow. There's our tractor coming the longest way possible home. Could have cut through here. Pressing the wrong button over here. Alright, let's let him unfold. We'll go once around and then I'll put him on a worker to do the rest of the work. It's pretty fast. Not that I'm complaining, but it's pretty fast. So I kind of forget about the weeds all the time, and I start doing it, then I go to sleep thinking, oh, I got nothing else to do. Plant, and I think, oh, I'll go to sleep, I got nothing else to do. And then I wake up and it's weeds all over the place. So we need to try and remember that we need to get rid of the weeds. So this is the not so good idea with the fence, but I don't mind. You know what? In real life you do have these kind of scenarios where it's a bit of a pain to get to something. Alright, looks like he's doing a good job. We're gonna have to come and pick up the rocks, obviously. But we should have a bit of time with growth. Where are we? Yeah, I mean, we could plant wheat. Alright, I found where our rock collector wasn't. I just remembered that I had a modded one and it had a conflict with a different mod that I had, so I got rid of it and I had to re-add it back onto our fleet. So that means all my game saves will be without a rock collector. I may find the mod that was conflicting and get rid of that mod, because whatever that mod is, I'll be honest, I'd rather keep the rock collector than that mod. So we've got back to, this is still a modded one. The only difference is this is only modded by capacity, nothing else. And because of that, obviously, we are going to have a bit of an issue and that is we no longer have that 12 meter width. It's back to the normal 5.5 meter width. But at least we do have a little bit of an increased capacity compared to what the in-game one is. So we'll let him do his work. And I think we're going to have to go into a 2-day season because it seems to me that we're struggling to do everything that we need to do on a 1 day. Like, I have not been able to even remotely look into these greenhouses other than quickly add water, and that's it. So that's not really what I wanted to do, is be rushed off my feet to try and stick up to it. Okay, let's put you in there, but not for long, because I don't smash into the pole. And we're gonna get the seeder going so we can plant some not canola, barley or wheat. We may need it for our chickens. We definitely don't want to be the ones to buy all the time. Yeah, why not? Yeah, do it this way. I know we said we're gonna put the sorghum in our fields, but we're just gonna do it on one field. Now we are going to let this guy sit around for a little bit. I think I saw that he missed a little bit over here. Come on. And I definitely don't want him to miss stuff. He went back over. Nice, thank you. You see what he did? He went back over the places where I've already collected rocks. That seems to be a norm though. Now I haven't collected the whole amount of beetroot, and simply because it was I had everything filled up. I had everything on the floor, then I just left it. I just kind of wasn't in the mood anymore to keep going with collecting this little bit of beetroot. Trucks were full, trailer was full, dumped everything on the floor, as you say, and now I'm gonna have to go and pick it up. So because of that, I did not bother, to be honest. Whoa, slow down. Man, this is ridiculous, the speed of this plow. I honestly don't remember it being this fast. But I think it's because I've always pulled it with a tractor that was way undersized. First time that it's the right tractor pulling it, so it seems to be going nuts. So again, I'm gonna go, I'm thinking I might go once around, and then I'll just let him do his job. Or I may just turn around here, because I don't think I need to bother with this side. I think I just need to bother with this side where I am on. I may just turn around and come back and go on the same way once more, and then that's it. Even though the traffic might be thanking me if I chose to do it the other way. Not going to really bother with the whole lot, because if he's going to have any issues, he's going to have issues with the angle, not with the trees. He's got plenty away from the trees, so there's not going to be any issues there. So we're just going to do an illegal turn over here. I realize that we're probably killing a good 4,000 or 5,000 liters of beetroot, but to be honest, doesn't bother me. I may even just completely delete this bit over here, and you know, like paint over it type of thing. Well, this speed plowing is done very quickly. So this plow and this type of tractor doesn't necessarily have to be this tractor. Obviously can plow fairly quickly just about any size field. 26 kilometers per hour. You're not going to have problems plowing any size field whatsoever. I did buy another rock collector purely because even though I'm not in a huge rush to collect all the rocks, I did not want to be there till 4 hours collecting rocks. So until I re-download the other rock crusher that we had, rock collector that we had, which had a much 12 meter collecting width, we're going to use 2 rock collectors every time we need to collect rocks. So plow is done. I will have to go and do fertilize this field, and like I said, I think when we buy our next field, we're going to be on a 2-day per month type of thing. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to keep up with 1 day. Christmas trees are gonna go. This is the last episode we're gonna see them in, so they will be gone ski as of next time, even though they look pretty cool. So we're done. Alright, so we're going to use the second tractor now to collect this little bit. I don't know why this little bit was left uncollected, but obviously, for whatever reason, the worker did not want to collect this little bit. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I was going to kind of go and help, but I'm not going to bother anymore. Now, we do have to collect the rocks of this field as well, which I'm going to do. But before what I'm gonna do is check to see if I need to put lime on it, because I've done this once before. Okay, so that little bit at the end needs lime. I better not forget to do it this time. Okay, so this one just needs rocks collecting, right? Okay, that one field over there needs lime. You know what, I'm not gonna bother with it until the whole field needs lime. Now I'm going to record very little of this rock collecting because you've seen me do it 1,000 times. Well, I'm exaggerating when I said 1,000 times, but you know what I mean. I have done it, everybody's done it. I don't mind doing it. The fact that we're getting lime out of it, again, it's cool in my opinion anyway. So yeah, I don't mind doing it at all. But I think it's kind of getting a bit repetitive, me showing you collecting rocks every harvest year. So we're not going to do that, obviously. So I may show you a little progress as we go through, but for now, I think I'll find something else to do. We may get into planting instead of sitting here watching this guy collect rocks. Okay, so I know I said that I'm not going to show you much more of this, but you see what I mean? Like, I'm not sure why the workers keep doing this, and that's missing bits and pieces towards the end. So he's done the same thing over here, and he's done at the other end. I'm not sure, maybe it's a glitch, but this is the original field. I don't understand if he was doing that on the part of the field where the other guy's blocked now. Come on, figure it out yourself. It can only be a tree. So we'll collect this little bit over here. And let's get ourselves out of here. I'm gonna go and empty this guy because as you can see, he's almost full. And then we will be putting him to work on the other field, and then that's it. Oi, slow down. Jeez. They're in a hurry, aren't they? Tractor with heavy machinery. full of rocks, 5 tons of rocks, and they're smashing into me like I'm not even there. Apparently you get in the in-game one, if you put the rocks at the top, you get better money for it. Not that I've ever seen anyone try it. I've only trying to think who, I think Dagwayne said it. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm just said that I'm not 100% sure if that's accurate or not. Okay, we'll let this guy, actually no, he won't. He does not need to turn around anymore. Alright, I'll set him up to do the job here on this side. Take this guy, this other guy, to go on the other side, and then rock picking will continue by itself. Alright, so we'll put some barley into this field over here, and that way we have some feed for the chickens. Seems to be struggling. Are you kidding me? This is strong enough for tractor. Definitely shouldn't be struggling. So this way we have some barley for the chickens and some feed, as we seem to make far more money from the chickens than what we do from just selling the cereals themselves. Obviously, once we can get the bakery up and going, it seems like we will make decent money from that as well. Now we've sort of just put the sheep there and completely ignored them, and we're probably sadly gonna do that quite a few times now until we're gonna collect a humongous amount of wool. We're not really gonna bother with wool. The point of everything is to get it to a point where we can once we get the spinnery going, and yeah, we can put all the wool that we've accumulated there. That way money will be flowing in big time once we do that, obviously. Okay, so let's get it done. Now there's been a little bit of a change. I sold a planter and exchanged it for this planter seeder all-in-one from Stevie, and the mulcher cultivator all-in-one. I'm not quite sure who designed those two. So as you remember, we had 2 mulches. This one I changed with the ones that we had. I changed with the 2 that you saw there. And they are mulcher cultivator. Well, we need to fix this. I keep saying that all the time, don't I? Now, I realize that this is not really the ideal scenario with this. And I am going to obviously go back to using planters as well, not just seeders. But it just felt like I do need to rush this job, and I thought, well, I could just rush this job by leasing something, but then I thought, why do I need to lease something when I can do the same job with this one that the planter does anyway? So yeah, let me know what you think about that. If it bothers you too much, I may change it just to just to keep your mind at ease. But I don't think it's an issue. At the end of the day, Stevie does wonderful jobs with his mods. Okay, where are you stuck? Now I realize that they're not really his mods per se, because this is just a reskin of the one that Leamington that's already in the game. So I realize that some of you might correct me and say, hey, that's not his nothing, because he's just reskinned. Well, reskinned. He hasn't really reskinned it. He's simply just changed what it can do and allowed it to do potatoes as well. Put the texturing for the potatoes and everything else. So with this one planter, one seeder, you can do everything. Speed wise is pretty good. I'm not quite sure what the speed normally is on this mod, on this in real game, but seems like it's 20 kilometers per hour, which is 25 kilometers per hour, which is pretty good. Okay, we're gonna do this overlap a little bit. It's a decent setup. I put it in the colors of the Fendt since it's going to be pushed back. We did lose a little bit of money in the swap, but it's not that big of a deal. We do have what, 800, probably close to 900,000 liters of beetroot. If we consider the bit on the floor, okay, let's see where he's gonna go. Oh, you're gonna get stuck. No capacity to think this artificial intelligence. Yeah, so let me know if, like I said, if it bothers you, feel free to write it in the comments. Say, hey, you shouldn't have done that. Keep the planter separate to the seeders, which is fine. We will then change maybe to that as well. Or I may just change the other seeder that we have to a planter, and that way we kind of, okay, so we're gonna have a bit of an issue here because obviously the inclination and the size of this seeder planter. I'm curious to see what happens here. Is it gonna plant the opposite way? Just gonna go down, straight down, and that should take care of that. Okay, it took care of some of it, not all of it. Alright, we're gonna just ignore it. Nothing I can do. Well, I can, but I don't want to be fussing about over that tiny little bit of an area. So let's go help this guy finish over here, and that way we can. Now this one does have a much higher capacity, as you can see, and it has an option to for the capacity to be, I think, 19,000 liters or something like that. So the capacity is much bigger in this particular one that Stevie did versus the one that's in the game. Again, the capacity really didn't have anything to do with it because strangely enough, the seed seems to be quite a bit cheaper in FS22 compared to what it was. It's alright, he's gonna come and do the other bit if he missed all the way through, but it's not. Whatever, let's just go and do this, and then we'll come back if need be and fix those two bits that we've missed. I do believe that we list this seeder once. I can't remember if it was on this map or a different map, but I do remember listing it once. Now I know you're thinking, why are you showing this bit again? Haven't you already finished with all this? Yeah, I did, and I finished planting this field as well. And then I did this, pressed F12, and I didn't notice. I just assumed that it's exit to menu, exit from this menu. If you press OK, what it will do is it will close the game down for you. So after finishing this field in collecting rocks and in planting the whole field and finishing the field of collecting all the rocks, that big field, it brought me back to this stage right here. Now I haven't yet picked up the planter seeder that I've shown you. Oh, what a nightmare. So obviously I'm not going to show the whole thing again. I just thought I'd show you all just in case someone's like me and assumes that going back to main menu. I don't even know why I pressed that F12 menu. I didn't need it. It was not something that I was looking to do. It's just pressed it, stupidly enough, just pressed it, and here I am doing the whole work again. So hopefully you won't make the same mistake as me. Yeah, we'll just demolish that little thing because we're annoyed now. You've already seen me do this once, I believe. Alright, I won't bore you with the rest, but that field over there, it has not even been started. So we're back to starting it right now. Well, I did what I just shown you when I was taking this machine out of there. I don't know why I pressed F12. I don't know why I didn't press escape like I normally do. I saw exit to menu. I thought, oh, okay, yeah, just press OK. Big mistake. All right, let's get this going. So I will redo this whole thing again. Okay, so we are back to where we were before I accidentally closed the game without saving it. So the planter is done. I've sold my seeder, and I don't even know what I've done anymore. It feels a little bit like where am I type of thing. Yeah, so we sold our seeder. Now we have the planter and the seeder. And we sold something else, but for life of me, I can't remember right now what we sold. Oh, we sold our mulches, which I've shown you, I believe. I've shown you what I've replaced them with. And we sold some other stuff. As I get through it, I will explain it, what we've changed and what we haven't changed and all that sort of stuff. So I'll bring the other rock picker here, and we will get ready for April, and we're in October. So we need to get ourselves out of here. I think we're too tractor heavy. We got too many tractors. Help is good. Help is hard to find these days. Why would he be hitting the tree? That's one downside with these rock pickers. They can't tell the difference between where you've been and where they've been and where they haven't been. So that's a bit of a dilemma. We just hired a train. We just sold the eggs, and believe it or not, I was chitty-chatting and explaining everything, and again I forgot to turn the microphone on. It's not like I haven't done this for a little while. Alright, come on. That train is taking too long to arrive. Where are you coming from? Let's have a look. Oh, mamma mia. Can I do this? Come on, get out of the way. Il locomotivo. I can't get into it. Why not? I hired it. Alright, we'll wait for the train to arrive. We'll keep an eye on the prices while we do that. So it's 4:48. Well, we waited the whole night, and we are at 3 o'clock the following day, and we're at 512 and going up. Oops, come back to speed. So has the price gone back to normal, or 516? Okay, so we're hoping that it will kick us out, and we can come back and do the same thing here again. $154,000. We're gonna go back here and return the train, rent the train. Oh, okay, so that's good. It's coming straight back. So we're gonna do that. Empty the whatever we have here. So it looks like we're gonna have to put a light in here as well. Or I've put these lights in here like that, but I don't think they give too much light. And I'll put one on the other side. They give enough light, but not enough. All right, so now let's go to the last one that we forgot to. So we're not even going to be able to squeeze everything out of here. So obviously we're going to go back in, let him sell it off, and then return the train again, get him again, because it comes a lot quicker that way. But we're going to have to reverse into here and then reverse back out and all the way to the end over there. So let's go quickly. Rent the train. I wish you could choose, like, you know, what carts it pulls behind it. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll reverse them all the way to when it finishes with everything here. We'll reverse them all the way to the end. All right. So I don't think you want to see me going in reverse all the way to the end, so I'll see you when I'm there. All right, so we're here. This light is definitely doing a much better job than the other one. I can definitely see inside better. So I should have put the same light at the other station as well. Not up to me to do that, but anyway. So far we're what, about $310,000 from the beetroot. Okay, I need to try and fill in a little bit on the end one, and then that's it. And what I'm going to try and do is reverse sell. What does that mean? That we've sold? Yes, we have. We have about 40,000 on our farm, which what's that? About 20 grand, just over 20 grand. I'm going to try this to see if we can actually sell. One thing about the train is not very well lit. We should get kicked out of the train over here somewhere. If this works, I'm not quite sure if you can sell in reverse. I've never done it. Yes. So, yeah. So I got exactly $20,000 worth of beetroot at our farm. All right. Let's get ourselves to our home base over here, and we'll have one last look at our trees, Christmas trees. And, you know, I'll take this opportunity to thank you for your support. I hope you had wonderful holidays, Christmas and New Year. And we will definitely see you into the next episode, God willing. I will get rid of the beetroot there, just add the $20,000 in, and that should make us even. I don't feel like loading it and unloading and all that sort of nonsense. That's assuming that I can get rid of it. So yeah, this episode will be left here. We definitely made quite a lot of money off the beetroot. No doubt that it was worth it. Imagine if I did that again, say this year and next year, we would have made in 3 seasons $1 million, easily accounting for all the equipment that we need and a massive profit. So absolutely worth doing. Takes a long time, yes. And this is one way where the train is helpful. So, you know, finally, Giants have thought of a way to make the train a little bit more useful. So thank you very much for your support again. Thank you very much for watching my video. Thank you very much for pressing the like button, and subscribe if you haven't done so. God bless you. Have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. Bye bye.